Yeah, hypocrisy is
Very, very tricky.
a very tricky topic.
It's a very tricky topic because
Most eh, most people would say,
say they don't do it.
most
Most say they don't. Realize back on their word or what have you. I think that's a lie. I believe that's truly a lie. Kind of like how narcissists people often point out
point out.
you know what they are.
You can even say, oh,
The narrator right now is never
it's not gonna.
make me feel any type of way, especially speaking to a communicator like me.
I fear God.
I just
You know, I worry about what God.
God deal without me because
Yeah, most people
most people definitely won't
admit to being a hypocrite one way or another.
yeah,
Just got to put
put them in a certain situation and see them go back on their word.
everybody got a fucking price for sure. That's the way of the world.
Double standards, that's how you eating every day.
You compromising
Something.
every single day. You following some kind
Some kind of policies that may not, may or may not line up with, but you're doing it anyway.
because you like fuck it.
I have to.
But you convince yourself that oh, that
That's not me. This is just for whatever, justification you gotta.
constantly tell yourself.
Oh, nah, I'm not doing this. I'm not like that. I'm a good person. People, it's double standards from every angle, bro.
One that's
Very
very
common is people saying that they're Christian.
people living
Living
double life.
lives like a motherfucker.
Like I said,
Even listening to the narrator right now, you can point out whatever the fuck I do. Oh yeah, it's hypocritical or what have you, and it ain't gonna mean shit to me, especially from a human like me. I'ma look at it like, hey,
like you are what you eat.
uh, you know, I don't even like using slogans like that. Get it how you feel and shit like that. But hey,
Sometimes you gotta throw.
on a disguise and shit, especially here in America, most definitely, it's all about business. There ain't shit moral about this motherfucking playground. People gotta realize that.
They show you that.
That just from classifications and shit.
I remember as a
As a little boy, I used to ask my
Then as you get older,
you like, oh, okay. That's the play on it. That's the play on it. Especially when you're in college and you're filling out little scholarships and things like that. You're like, oh, I can't apply for that because I'm not Caribbean or I'm not this or that.
but you flip the script.
They're able to step in your arena, but you can't in there. You can apply for that shit in there.
And I don't even hate on.
On that, hey, get it, once again, get it how you live, right? If that's how you get down. But you gotta know that, things come back. Things come back to fight you.
That's why I say,
Nine times out of ten, when you speak on hypocrisy, double standards, shit like that, most motherfuckers will not admit to ever being that. Nine times out of ten, when you talk to somebody, you talk about lying or what have you. Oh, I never lie. That's common, right? They'll be like, oh, I never lie. Stop it. I put you in a certain situation, I guarantee you gonna lie.
I just gotta put the right.
Price on your head.
These is facts. It's kind of like
All the tough guys that be on the internet in your comment section, keyboard warriors or whatever y'all call them, people in this generation, or I believe they learned it from my generation. I grew up with a lot of cats like that. They wasn't battle tested. They'd be the ones that be like, oh, if I was there, I would have. Why didn't you? I could have. Like, shut the fuck up, man.
I got a black eye.
Nigga, I got jumped. If you was there, you would have ran. I swear you would have. Stop it. Niggas just be talking. This ain't even got no color on it. Everybody on that shit. Majority of your police is that way.
Majority of these mother.
Motherfuckers that got buku guns is that way. Like get in the gym, get in a real battle. You ain't gonna do none of that shit. You're not doing none of that shit. Most of them is not battle tested. Perfect example, that situation with the young boy that's circulating the internet. These police broke the window, broke his jaw and all that shit. People like, why didn't you just comply and,
Should have did this.
it's like, have you ever had a gun pointed at your head by the police? Like four of them, one in the back window. You can't even see him. Because if you turn, they gonna think you reaching for something. Yeah, only people that's been in these situations can understand this shit. The nigga even said, I can't roll my window down. Oh, you just dealing with, the straight dickhead.
Just so
Don't happen to be the police.
majority of
Majority of your citizens, majority of your people that you coexist around are that exact type. Majority of your citizens are just like Trump, even if they didn't vote for him. That's a super double standard right there. The majority of these motherfuckers steady saying, "Oh man, fuck Trump and all this." It's like nigga, if it ain't you, you know somebody like him. Stop it. Stop it. You lay down with him. You know what I mean? Or fuck her. You know what I mean? Like stop it. People be acting like they holier than now with this internet shit, man. This internet shit got people like fucking sitting potpourri or something. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna write a book about it though.
soon. Gotta get this other one out the way.
First. But yeah. Yeah, shit crazy. Motherfuckers doing some other shit. See if my mic working.
There go one thing. Yeah, double standards is in every, I, I believe it's just like narcissists or, you know, most people, most narcissists will be calling other narcissism out on people. It's like it takes one to know one, man. Like how you able to see it in me, but you don't see it in yourself? Make this make sense? How? Have you ever noticed it be fat motherfuckers that are always pointing out other fat motherfuckers? Crazy. They're like, oh, you should get into, you should do this, do that. I'm like, damn, look in the mirror, motherfucker. Like, maybe we should both go. We should both go to the gym then. What are you talking about? And this is in everything. Double standards is in everything. Every single thing. People that are vegans, you know, once upon a time they ate pork and flesh and shit, and then once they converted over to eating plants and shit all day, now they're talking down on you, talking down on all the flesh eaters. Damn, man, you should get healthy. Why are you eating animals? Why are you? I don't eat animals. Like, okay, congratulations on your journey, man. Like, I'm not there yet, I guess. Maybe that's not in my fucking story. Like, it's wild. It's wild. People be pushing shit on you, trying to push beliefs, and they don't even be standing on it. I'm a Christian. None of their lifestyle is showing any of that. Not saying that they got to be fucking walking around with a halo and wings, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. Like, when are you a Christian? Is it only on Sunday, or when are you a Christian? That be the main shit that these police and all these white nationalists and all that be saying. I'm a Christian. We're God fearing Christian folk, patriots. Like, what are you talking about? Like, see, it's hypocrisy is so much of the culture that it's normal. Double standards is so much is so embedded in the culture of this world, in America. Shall I say? I'm gonna speak on America. That it's normal. Like, a motherfucker could literally lie to you in the face and then turn around and be like, "Oh no, I didn't say that." Like, it's move the goalposts. Depending on it's just and the thing about it is you gotta understand it's so deep that they gotta constantly lie to themselves. That's how you know it's real bad. The whole culture is about lies. Everything is about lies. It's like, I don't know how you could be okay with that. I don't know how you sleep at night. But the thing about it is, once a liar gets going, once that snowball gets rolling like shit, they got to keep it going. You know, they can't go back on it. Going to expose that whole shit. They'll be like, "Oh man, I can't face that." They rather deal with, like, what I spoke about the other day, the make me. We live in a make me society. Like, it's like childish, like children. I know you are, but what am I? Make me. Like, you'd be like, shut the fuck up. And they'd be like, make me. Like, type shit. That's what I look at these police like. Like, they walking around with a pistol, though, or assault rifle, or whatever the fuck they got. They got weapons, though, and muscles. They got a gym membership and shit. So it's like military culture. 9 times out of 10, if they didn't have a system that's backing them like this, they're not maneuvering like that. They're not maneuvering like that. They would definitely not be maneuvering through life like that. They joined that whole fucking clan and shit just to be under that umbrella. Because otherwise it's like, oh man, I'm a minnow. You a minnow. Yeah, you're not even or like how I heard recently. I thought this was dope. He was like, oh, it's circus lions mixed in with real lions. Circus lions mixed in with fucking wildlife lions, natural habitat lions. It's like, yeah, that's basically what you're seeing. Like the circus lion has to every day look in the fucking mirror and be like, I'm a real lion. He has to convince himself every day, I'm a real lion. Like Pinocchio, I'm a real boy. Like, shut the fuck up. You're not even battle tested. You walking around being an antagonist just to you don't even bust that shit off. Pause. You don't even shoot that shit. When the last time you shot your gun? At the range, that's it. But probably go home to your wife and be like, oh, but you run into like 5 meth heads, they all white or Mexican or whatever the fuck. Nothing against Mexicans, but nothing against whites either, but let's keep it 1,000. Like y'all not pulling your pistol out on them. So like when do you get to shoot? Oh man, I got me one. I pulled over a black dude today. All of us drew our weapon. He had a busted tail light. The fuck? And his lady has to shut the fuck up because, she can't pay the mortgage. Got 3 kids. I got them running under these same rules, grooming under these same fucking beliefs. It's this ongoing system. And then on top of all that, they'll be like, we're a good Christian family, God-fearing family, patriots. Fuck out of here. That's sad. That's disgusting. Like I said, even listening to this narrator right here, this man right here, you could say, oh, you could point out the hypocritical shit I've done, and it won't mean shit to me. I fear God. A lot of people use that quote that they heard from a Tupac song. Only God can judge me. Like it's like really how the scripture goes is we judge each other through righteousness. See, that's another thing. Like I said, this whole culture is hypocritical. We live on double standards through every angle, and it became normal to the point where when somebody brings truth, you got a whole room of motherfuckers that are against the truth, and they don't even know the truth. The lie has grown fucking legs. The lie is driving. The lie is the president. The lie is, you know what I mean? The lie is strong as fuck. The lie done had kids and kids and kids and kids. It's crazy. When you do hear the truth, you don't even know. Yeah, you don't even know you're hearing the truth. Hey, that 9 times out of 10, you only going against me just to be contrary. That's it. That's what we dealing with nowadays. We don't have a righteous climate where people are actually wanting, some kind of justice, some kind of, solace and peace and shit. No, like it's actually addicting to just be savage and vigilant, and as people just. I'm gonna speak on that here soon. Like, what are you, the hero or the villain? Which one are you? What describes your personality? The hero or the villain? Or which one do you like more, the hero or the villain? I bet you could do a poll in the world or in America, shall I say. And most people like the villain, right? Most people like the villain. Deadpool, who else? That I can't name no more right now. That's my favorite, Deadpool. But shit, yeah, it's just yeah, we should be judging each other off righteousness. Like I said recently, like you'll have an overweight motherfucker judging another overweight motherfucker. And it's like instead of them trying to go at each other or one trying to judge the other, they should just team up and they should both get on the regimen. And it's the same thing with a bunch of other shit, with everything. Instead of trying to point out what's wrong in me, look in the mirror. Like for you even to see what's wrong in me, like is your carpet clean? Is is your shit clean? The double standard culture is out of control. You got motherfuckers clearly saying what they say. What they be saying? You just follow the law, you wouldn't be harassed. Like, man, in 2025, you don't know that there's two different fucking like there's not two different. I'm gonna say two different based on me being Black American and all you others. If you ain't Black American, shit, you got a totally different experience than us or than me. No matter what I or whatever I present, no matter how I convey, I could be rocking a suit, I could be rocking a jersey, a white tee, a do rag, a hat. It don't even matter. Boots, whatever. It's totally different experiences on this earth, man. And anybody that would tell you that know me, shit, they'll say that, oh, he's not no antagonist. If anything, he'll help you. I don't know how many people that ain't my people I done helped. I see a lot of y'all on the street homeless and shit, man. A lot of y'all. No, I can't give it all away. And you don't want to know what I think? See, look, that's a perfect topic. Double standards. What's crazy? What I be thinking, I'll be like, man, if the roles was reversed, this person that I just gave a few dollars or a squirrel or Gatorade or water or whatever the fuck to, if the roles was reversed, they ain't doing this shit for me. Hey, and 9 times out of 10, after I give the Latino or the white boy a couple dollars or whatever, begging and shit, uh, I'm still thinking that he's like, yeah, thank you, nigger. I think he still says the shit. That's what's crazy. That's the crazy thing. But that doesn't stop me because I still got to be me. That's the thing. I'm going to adapt, most definitely. I'm gonna always tell people to protect themselves, adapt. That ain't meaning all. Let's join up, get consumed with this hate that they have towards us. Nah, uh, that's not the solution. The solution is definitely not, you know, hate them back. Protect yourself, yes. But hate them back? No. That ain't no good look. That's definitely not the solution to if you got people hating you and doing wrong to you. Of course, protect yourself if it gets violent. You know, they put their hands on you or what have you. See that's what I was just speaking about recently. Was most people, especially police is banking on the fact that you're not going to fire back or you're not going to defend yourself against them. I can bet on that. That majority of the motherfuckers that even join the force know that they join the force with that in mind. Like, oh man, I can go around and get me free, free shots, and you know what I mean. I can take my anger out, take some aggression out, then at the end of the day, go home and sip me a brew. Yeah, most definitely. I'm sure that's how they look at shit. But yeah, anyway, they're banking on that you ain't gonna defend yourself. 9 times out of 10, they're banking on that you ain't gonna defend yourself. Like that's their outlook of that day every day. Like, oh man. And I don't believe it's every police in the force that's thinking like that. But I believe it's majority. That's the culture. You know, that's definitely the protocol in these different precincts and shit. Yeah, they all go to work every day like, oh man, I'm on my alpha shit, or so called alpha shit, because they think all this is like you know needed. They they think all that is necessary. 6 police on a pullover for a tail light, and you know they're like, which one is gonna let it off? Which one, you know what I mean? Which one gonna pop it off? Then you gotta understand within the 6 officers that they're all in competition with each other. Like, oh, I gotta show the other ones that how I get down, that I get down. Just like in the streets. Like you don't want no pussy around you, so you like, prove yourself. You've been talking big shit. They be at the range or whatever shooting mad guns. They had that pistol on their hip, for months, for years, and they ain't never dropped nothing. The other police start looking at them like, damn, you still ain't pop your cherry? Like it just be real shit like that. People just don't understand it. And when they say pop your cherry, they talking about, oh man, I gotta you know, get me a body. And they looking for black people, man. I'm a target. We a target, man. People just don't understand that. That's why whenever I hear white people or others, even if you do live in the fucking same neighborhood, we still got two different experiences. Two different experiences, man. You're not a target like me. You're not a commodity. You see that in everything. I'm not trying to talk like you. You trying to talk like me. I'm not trying to look like you. You trying to look like me. These is facts. Your kids is trying to look like mine. Speaking of that, like this is what I always ask is how can you hate people that you want to emulate? How do you hate someone that you that you want to be like that. Somebody's got to answer that one way or another, someday. Whether it be the older generation, like my generation that has the kids that are doing this shit still, or the older generation, both. Somebody's got to answer this shit, one way or another. Like, how do you hate people that you want to be like? It's like it doesn't make sense. And I'm sure it'd be crickets when you ask them that shit. Or they'll say some clever, witty shit like, "Oh, you're cool. That's why." Like, first off, homeboy, it ain't nothing about our culture should be considered as cool. You know, like that the word "cool," words like that, cool, fun, shit like that is it's subjective. It's not really like, because first off, fun. What's fun in America is considered like it's destructive. Like, let's keep it 1,000. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I say there's double standards in everything. There's hypocrisy in everything. People cannot. You can't run into nobody and ask them, "Hey, do you lie, or are you a hypocrite?" And they say no. They're lying right there, because there's double standards in everything, in every angle. Like I said at the top of this live, hey, I'm sure you work under policies. If you don't own your own, even if you own your own, you still probably catering, operating under something that you don't align up with, but you got to do it. That's a double standard right there. You're not going to stop it. You're not going to, stop your operation just to fight the system. No, you go along to get along, right? You go along with it. Like, you go along with it because you can't risk stopping your operation. You're gonna keep going along with it, whatever policies. Oh man, especially the only time you hear anybody start sounding off is when it actually hits close to home, like when they get the phone calls, or they getting pulled over and having all that shit happening. They going viral and shit like that. It's the only time you ever hear motherfuckers actually change their tune. See, that's hypocritical. That's why I say, I guarantee you're a hypocrite, because let you be in that situation, your whole song is gonna be changing, your whole tune is gonna be changing. Motherfuckers hit you with that coulda, woulda, shoulda shit. It's like, nah, man, I don't believe you. You need more people. I don't believe you. You need more people. Like, it just don't make sense. You're not battle tested. Most motherfuckers are not battle tested, and the ones that are, they don't even speak about it. They don't move that way. You know, we're not on no treating people like shit and trying to put a hold our heads up, looking down on people. And like I said recently, majority of the people that I've helped don't even look like me. And I guarantee you, if the roles were reversed, they're not helping me. And that still doesn't stop me though. That says a lot. It's kind of like a stepdad, factor. Like, they do you do acts of kindness You do good-hearted things just because it's the right thing to do. How many of you can say that you operate on a standard of doing the right thing just because it's the right thing to do? That that takes a lot. That takes a lot out of a person in these days. In these times right now, to do the right thing just because it's the right thing to do. I'm sure you looked at as a weirdo. You an outsider. Like I said in my last live on the Make Me, the Make Me Society. If you don't do cocaine, if you don't do white, motherfuckers will look at you weird depending on who you be around. Most people will make you know what I mean. Like we live in a culture, we live in a climate where people will make you seem like there's something wrong with you because you don't assimilate to the fuck shit. That's crazy to me. That's super wild. And once again, ask me, speaking to me, I'll say, hey, to each their own. Long as you stay over there. If it don't contaminate me or penetrate anything over here, pause. Hey, do what you do. I ain't hating on you. If I give a fuck about you, I might give you some insight on things based on experience. But if I don't give a fuck about you, man, just stay over there. I'm not gonna worry about you as long as you don't bother me. Like you're not gonna make me feel no type of way. You steadily heckling me or what have you. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Like peer pressure doesn't stop from school. Peer pressure continues into being adults. Adults, matter of fact, are the worst. That's where it comes from. Hazing culture and all that shit. Adults are the worst with peer pressure. They're like, oh, if you don't do this, you must be this. You don't believe in this, you must be this. And it's like, oh, two things can be right. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we don't have to. Like the Most High made us different for a reason. That's what we gotta respect, man. Respect each other's differences. I don't know. It ain't gotta cause conflict. We can coexist. Matter of fact, the only way we can't coexist is when you start pushing off, oh, that you don't like how I am. That's the thing. You see what I mean? Because you'll have one side of the spectrum doing their own thing. Hey, just you know what I mean, living their life, building their businesses, raising their kids. You know, it's living life. Then the other side, they have like a itch. It's perpetual. Like I always, I'm glad I learned that because this ain't something that they was teaching in the Christian church. They wasn't teaching this in the Christian church. The speaking of them having a perpetual hate, meaning always a diligent hate. Like that's crazy to me. You can absolutely do nothing to them. Like it's a running narrative right now that their youth seems to think that black people kill people. All people kill people, especially within proximity. A lot of them don't even know that term right there, but especially living amongst each other, conflict happens, especially with the climate of like I keep trying to say, They live under an umbrella of double standards. It's like people get tired, man. Like, how do you expect to have police that is supposed to be policing all of us, but only one group has to actually follow the law, and the other one is like we step outside and we're like, up there go a shark, up there go a shark, up there go a shark. You know what I mean? You step outside, and you're like, oh, there go a shark, and then the other group, they moving on to straight lawlessness, or other groups, shall I say. We're the only ones that actually moving with any kind of moral. And that's nothing against anybody of the other groups, your twos and fews that actually do move with moral. I'm speaking of as a collective. If you ain't agreeing on that shit, you're in denial. I'm sure you see it all the time. I'm sure you got people, your own family members, that are like this. Perfect example: a black person can have a white friend, and they say they go on a late night run or something. Let's go to the store real quick. Gotta grab something from 7-Eleven. Black person be like, hey, can you drive? Matter of fact, the white person is gonna offer to drive. It's gonna offer to drive. Why? Because they're like, oh, they pull me over, ain't nothing gonna happen. They know this shit. They know that they don't. You know what I mean? They're exempt from certain shit in the laws. According to them, they'll tell you that it ain't no laws. I ain't got to worry about that. They'll be like, "Oh, I'll drive." They pull us over. Oh, we ain't got to worry about it. Exactly. So you know what I mean. You got one group that is actually having that, like, they're overly feared of these laws and shit. We gotta actually, they're like instilled in our head, and from birth, like almost damn near. Even before we jump off the porch, our people is teaching us this. And then you got the other motherfuckers that are just moving lawless. Straight up just lawless. Like knowing that those type of pressures ain't even don't even apply to them. Like, use the analogy of, if you don't know it's wrong, like if you don't get no pushback, how can you have any kind of structure or morality to you? If that makes sense. Thus, going back to the point I was just making, lying is actually, Esau's culture, white people's culture, and the others that are white adjacent. That's their culture. If you don't get no pushback, how do you know that it's wrong? Like, a lot of us are told to do 10 times, 100 times better just to be equal with this shit. Ain't that wild? That's crazy to me. That's always been crazy. Like, well, I won't even be trying and be blowing motherfuckers out the water, and and you don't like how many of you get paid the same as much as the mediocre motherfuckers that you go to work with every day? You get paid the same, if not, they get paid more or whatever because they such and such nephew or whoever. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it just, that doesn't even make sense. And boom, once again, I can't. If you speak up, that's gonna fuck up your pockets, right? It's gonna mess up your income. It's gonna take food off your table if you speak up about the policy. That's why I say, if you ask anybody, are they a hypocrite, and they say no, they're lying. Especially here in the fucking America. Like, hey, bro, you know, or sis, man, hey, I guarantee you under policies that you don't align up with or agree with, but you do it anyway because hey, if you fucking go against it, it's gonna mess up your system, your operation. You ain't gonna have no money. Tell me I'm lying. That's that's a double standard right there that you facing every day. And then you keep picking it apart, picking it apart. People be trying to like have control of shit. As much control as you can. You only got a little limited control. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't eat that. I eat this. It's like, first of all, nigga, you don't package none of the shit. You don't know nobody that has the farm, the factory, or none of that shit. So for you to be biased against this and this, I understand. You're holding on to whatever control the little bit of control that you have. I understand. Trust me. I don't wear Jordans no more. I just rock Reeboks. I understand. It's just, but yeah, it's the culture. It just became normal. They done normalized it. They done groomed us into thinking that lying and being a hypocrite is normal. It's normalcy. If you don't do it, you gotta find some rock to crawl and live under. You won't be getting no money in this country without disguising it anyway. What comes to mind when I say to disguise it, it's like your customer service rep. How many of you know somebody, or if you are, you got your phone voice, and then you got your, regular talking voice. Good evening, sir. Nice to meet you. Good evening, sir. How's your night going? Shit like that, and then you go back to this. It was good with you. Like for us even to have to do that, that lets you know that the whole culture, this whole business ran country runs off of just lies and hypocrisy. You go in the store, you know what I'm saying? This is a straight double standard right here. Watch what I say. This is a super double standard to me. You go into a store, right? And the person, they're not presentable. You know what I'm saying? They're not presentable. They're behind the counter, you know, whether it be handling your product, they could be sneezing all over your product, you know, especially when they ask for your ID and you gotta hand over your ID so they can scan it because you got to get something, you know what I mean, at the liquor store or 7-Eleven or what have you. And they ask for your ID. And this person is not presentable. The hygiene, you know what I mean, it's not good. It's and at the same time, in the same breath, and you know, I'm not shitting on these people. It's just this is a double standard. The person is not presentable, but in the same breath, they're like, "Hey, how's it going? Welcome to da da da." And it's like, do you understand that what you just said doesn't even match up with how you're presenting yourself? Like the whole presentation is compromised. The whole shit is compromised. It's not, it doesn't have the full effect. It's not real. Like, and you try to explain that to them, they'll think that they're trying to make it seem like you're the dickhead. You're the asshole for explaining this shit, for realizing this. So once I realized this years ago, whenever I walk into a store, I don't look in their eyes at all, because it could be on the flip side. That equation also flips on the other side. They say they are presentable, and then what's coming out their mouth be, straight just, fuck shit, just, non-presentable. Like, you know what I mean? Their customer service just be straight rude. So that equation is, to me, that's even worse. You be like, damn, like, I don't know you, man. I'm sorry you have to work here. I don't, sorry, not sorry, but I'm just a customer. All I said was hello. Can I get a? That's it. And you're mad? Like, who are you talking? You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. It's crazy to me. The whole transaction is compromised. Like, it makes you actually want, like, no matter how bad you want the product, because once again, see, like, even boycotting is a perfect fucking example. I don't even want to do any commerce with you motherfuckers, but I have to. I can't say I don't support this shit, because I have to. Like, in my mind, I'm convincing myself I don't support your shit though. That's why I hold on to the little bit of things that I do have a control over. Like, no, I haven't bought a pair of Nikes in years. No, I haven't. You know what I mean? You got to hold on to a little bit of dignity that you got. Like, oh, I'm not going to support this and support that. But the shit that you got to convince yourself that you don't support, you do anyway. I can't be like, oh, I'm boycotting Kroger and then go to Safeway. They own that too. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's hypocritical. I can't even. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. Can't be like, oh, I don't want to eat this. I just believe that I just believe that, the long game. I made a video about that. The long game, the long game, the long game, the long game. It's important to understand how the enemy uses the long game on you. Like, when I say that, like what I was talking about, as far as them banking on no excuse me, them banking on knowing that you're not going to defend yourself in you're not going to go all the way. You're not going to jump out the window. You're not, you know what I mean, so to speak. You're not going to, like what happened with the brother that, you know, avenged on the police that killed his son wrongfully. That that's an you know what I mean? That's far and few between. They already know that. Why you think they had that heavy presence? So, you know what I mean, made sure they had the heavy presence in the courtroom to make sure he felt that. Make sure everybody seen that. That's really what that symbolized. They was trying to make sure everybody seen that. Hey, if you get out of line like this, please believe the whole mob is gonna be on you. But they fear that though. Just because you see the whole mob don't mean the whole mob is hitters. This is what my point of meaning majority of motherfuckers are hypocrites. Like it just be wolf tickets. It's sickening. That's the culture. I mean, this is what we grow up with. It's one thing to be, joning on each other and ranking on each other amongst your peers and shit. It's a whole nother ball game when it's terrorizing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Haitian culture is different in white supremacy. When it, you know what I'm saying? That's the real true meaning of bullying, and they do it in a whole different manner. Like I said in my last live, we in a make me society. It's like I'm gonna make you do this. Oh, you asking for reparations? Make me give it to you. Oh, you out and you want us to stop, you know, killing you unjustly, killing you, shooting you in the street like a dog? Make me stop. You know what I'm saying? That's what they banking on. They bank on that. And then you got to understand that, and that's a fine line. It's a fine line because they actually fear the day that you actually do it. Like I said about the dude Rodney Hinton, you see what I mean? Like that shit shook the nation. That shit shook these motherfuckers. I don't care how many muscles or how many guns or whatever the fuck you see. That's all intimidation factor. You know, kind of like the climate right now. Everybody want to get sleeves and tats on their face and all that. It's like it looks, I could say growing up as a little boy, I used to think an old head, a black dude with a white beater and slugs in his mouth, gold teeth. We used to think that nigga the hardest nigga on earth. Like he's crazy. That's a crazy dude. And then I got old enough to know that, oh hell nah. Cause now he asking me, "What's good with you, young blood?" Like, yeah, that's wild to me. See what I mean? It's false advertisement, and that's what's going on. Everybody using slang, and they put their gangbang kit on. You know, walk out the house with the strongest intimidation factor, and it all be air. It just be air. The internet makes it super worse. Stupid worse. You know what I'm saying? It takes it to the nth power because the person is portraying one thing in the comment section, and then when they step out, it's a whole different demeanor, whole different character. Then the access to things is causing people to have identity crisis. You know, you're able to consume an influencer. Like that's exactly what it is. It's influencing you. You're consuming an influencer day in and day out, hours in and hours out, and or do you know you're like actually adopting and downloading this motherfucker's personality, and you don't even know. Before you know it, I'm pretty sure you and your crew, all speak the same. Nobody has any kind of originality to them. Everybody's just you damn near looking at a carbon copy of yourself, or regurgitating the shit Kai Sonata somebody said. Yeah, it's man. Yeah, I don't know if I went on a tangent on that, but yeah, hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is the culture. So I'm gonna leave it with this. It's okay to be yourself, even if you're a lone wolf, even if you're on an island with it. Stand strong, stand firm on that. You'll be all right. I'm living proof. There's plenty of us out there like this. And you see me, it'll be the same energy. I might not talk much because I don't know you, but give me some time. We can chop it up, have a conversation, and I actually know a lot. It might not come out in the way of, say, a professor or a doctor, or how they teach you to sound proper and all that. I might not have that kind of vernacular, but I definitely would. If we was able to have dialogue on a topic that I got to be interested in the topic first off, and then even before that, I got to be comfortable with you. But this right here, I just speak on these topics because it actually like my way of venting, shall I say. And it's all truth though. But like I said, you can listen to the narrator and think I'm a hypocrite as well. And it won't do anything for you. And it won't do what you think it does to me by you saying that. Not one bit. Because this human being thinks everybody's a hypocrite, one way or another. But, and the word but negates everything. Stand firm on who you are. Be original. Be you. Be original. By default. Always. Peace, peace.